What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing tonight? It is just your average Joe hanging out in the garage. We're getting ready to do an unboxing on a collection that I picked up from a customer of mine. So we'll go over that, and yeah, we're just gonna go over the unboxing and see what we got. So I've got I just did the last video. If you guys may have watched that one, which is all the stuff I picked up on Saturday yard sale day. So now we're gonna go over the unboxing. So I got 3 boxes here to go over. Just to kind of give you a backstory. Well, first of all, my name is Joe, just your average Joe. I've been reselling on eBay for over 8 years, and I've been buying and selling on eBay for 24 years, since 2000, long time. So anyway, what to kind of set this up a little bit, give it some uh, background or whatever. I put out a post, and I have a post that's up all the time on Marketplace and Facebook, and I post it on my personal page, and I also have a Facebook group that I post in there. And I just from time to time I'll post that, hey, I got a PS5 for trade for retro stuff, right? In fact, that's if you can, well, if you can see down there, it's sitting down there. But anyway, so I do a post for a PS5 for retro stuff for trade. So a guy hit me up. I run my Facebook group that I have is a sports memorabilia Facebook group that I do Facebook Live, and I sell football memorabilia on there mainly. So guy saw my post, and he's in my room. He's been around a while. I mean, I don't know these guys personally, but they've been around with me, playing in my room with me quite a bit, and on my Facebook Live. So him and I, he sees me every night. We talk. I've sent him helmets and all that kind of stuff because he's won stuff with me. So anyway, he reached out. He said, "Hey, I saw your post." He's like, "I don't really need a PS5, but I really want this, helmet, this particular helmet. Can you sign by?" He gave me like 3 different players he was looking for, and I was like, "Yeah, I have AJ Brown on the Eagles helmet already." I was like, "We can look at doing a trade for retro stuff. That's no problem." So we ended up working out a trade, a little bit of cash, and a football helmet signed by AJ Brown, Eagles, and sent him that. And then in exchange, he sent me his collection, his childhood collection. So I do this a few times a year. I get collections like this through the mail. It's just hit and miss. I mean, when I usually repost and redo those posts about once every 2 or 3 months. So that's usually when I end up getting something pop, and then getting a deal, and I do it over the mail with these guys. Um, I've done a couple deals locally through Marketplace, that I've gotten stuff through people I don't know through Marketplace, and same kind of thing. So it does yield. Cody with a K was the one that kind of turned me onto this. So Cody with a K, I'll drop you a shout out again. I may at you again on this video. But anyway, so it works pretty well. It works okay. I'm not gonna say pretty well. It works okay. If you have, I think what's helped me is the fact that I've got my Facebook group. I've got like 10,000 people in there, almost. So that helps a lot to have all those eyeballs, and they're mainly all sports guys, but a lot of them have video games, and I got a lot of leads on guys that are like, I have stuff, I just got to get through it. I have stuff, I got to figure out what it is. I have stuff that's buried, I got to find it. So I've got a lot of people that are that are in my group that I talk to that have stuff, but I'm also not going to press on them and be like, hey, when you going through your stuff, hey, I'll just let them come to me when they're ready. They know what I do, they know I'm here. So but anyway, this does kind of what's the word, that kind of refreshes them when they see my post once every couple months, and they usually message me like, oh Joe, I totally forgot about you, let me get that stuff out of the garage, and I'll figure it out loud, and I'll send it to you. So it's yielded decent results. Marketplace, not so much. Better results on my private group versus Marketplace. Marketplace, tons of trash. Like I said, I have done a couple deals on Marketplace with the PS5s on trade, but it's a lot of garbage. A lot of guys, like a guy today, actually, in fact, just today said, hey, does a Wii and a PS3 add up to a PS5 for the trade? And I was like, unless you got a bunch of rare titles on a PS3 and a Wii, probably not. I was like, but he was like, well, I got a ton of games for each one of them. I was like, well, send me the games you got, and we'll see what we're looking at. So he's supposed to be getting me all his pictures, and so who knows? That may or may not work out. Probably won't, because 9 times out of 10, it is a bunch of games, but it's a bunch of filler trash that I can't do much with. So it's not like your 20 or 30, $40 pop hits, your Marios and your Zeldas and all that kind of stuff. It's usually just trash. Just Dance. Call of Duties. Anyway, so let's go ahead and let me grab my knife. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing. And let's see what we got. So I already know what it is. Y'all don't know what it is. I am keeping a few things out of this as well. So let's I don't know, maybe we can give you guys a little bit better view if we do this, right? And we do this, maybe. So maybe that'll help out a little bit. So, all right, let's see what we got here. He didn't do the best packing job, I will say that. All right. So, we've got a Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis. A little janky. Needs a little cleaning. Not too bad. Sega Genesis. So now I can test the Sega CD. So there's that. Sega Genesis. Another one. That's one I'm probably keeping if the Sega CD works. Next thing we got is a Nintendo 64. Just sold 2 of these. Was it this week? One this week for sure. Does it have the red? It's got not the red. That's terrible. No expansion pack, just the jumper pack. That's okay. So there's that. My end cost on all this was right around like $375. I want to say was my end cost on all this stuff. So $375. Y'all can tell me whether I did good or not. Next thing up is a Super Nintendo. Not too bad on the yellowing. A little yellowing on the bottom, but not too bad. So everything is supposed to be in working condition from what he told me. So, and it looks like it survived shipping pretty good. So, we'll do that for now. The next thing is we had, I hope you put both of them in here, but Game Boy. Oh, that's tragic. The thing fell off. That's okay. I can get new ones, but he didn't mention that. But yeah, so this obviously fell off the cover. But he said there's supposed to be 2 in here. He said one works and one doesn't. You got Mario. What is it? Not Mario. Mickey Mouse Ultimate Challenge. Don't know if that's any good or not. But anyway, so there's one. Then the games. Let's see what games we got. We got Mario 2. We got Star Wars. We got Gremlins 2, which I think that's a keeper. We got Kid Icarus, which I already have. So Kid Icarus. You got, what was that? Stomp on that Roach, which I think is a keeper too, because I think that's like a $20, $30 title. Stomp on that Roach. All-Star Basketball. I'm probably going to keep that one. That's one I used to play as a kid. It's not really worth anything, but Tetris. And Simpsons, probably a keeper there. Also, Simpsons. What else do we got? We got Crash Test Dummies. We got Zelda. We got another Mario. We have Little Mermaid. And we have Pocahontas. So that's the lineup for the Game Boy. Not too bad. I hope he sent the other Game Boy. He was supposed to send both of them. He said one worked and one didn't. He asked me if I wanted both of them. I said, yeah, send both. I'm game. I'll take them. Even if it doesn't work, I might be able to play with it and get it working. All right, so there's that. First box done. What we got here? Second box. All right, second box. Stuff in here. And in here. All right, this is got some good stuff in here. All right, so more games. Let's go with Sega. nothing major, but nice bundlers since I've got 2 Segas now that I need to get rid of. Some bundle games that I'll be able to bundle with the Segas, which is nice. Mortal Kombat, I think that might get sold by itself. What else we got? We got Quackshot. I think that might be a keeper. Mortal Kombat 3. John Madden Football. So again, a lot of these might be fillers that I'm going to bundle in with the Segas because I have at least one that I'm going to sell. If the other Sega works, for those that don't know, I got a Sega CD that only the Model 1 will work with. In fact, it's right here. So only the Model 1 will work with it. So I'm going to test it out, and if it works, then I'm keeping the Model 1, keeping the Sega CD, so I'll only have 1 Sega to sell. But if it doesn't work, then I'll have 2 Segas to sell. So it's nice to have some of these filler games, I guess is what I'm saying. And then, of course, I came across some games at the yard sale, so I'll be able to add some of those too. So Mike Ditka, nothing major on Sega. They smell a little like smoke, nothing crazy. Mario, Zelda on Super Nintendo. So, in fact, these are going to go ahead and go, Kurt, if you're watching, these are going to go ahead and go in my Super Nintendo pile. There's not a ton of Super Nintendo stuff in this case. I keep all the bottoms of the Super Nintendo games for myself. So that's going in one of my bins. So that's that bag done. What else we got? We got Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64, Mario Kart, Doom, FIFA. These are all, you know what, I'm going to hold off for now, but all those are going to get added to my pile. Kurt, you know what pile it is. Mario, is that not for resale? Wow, that's not for resale. That one might be a keeper. I've never seen the not for resale Mario 64. Yeah, I've never seen that one. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to look that one up. That one might be a keeper. Toy Story 2. In the Zone. Madden. All filler stuff that end up getting added to the 60. Oh, that stinks. It'll get added to the 64 as a bundle. So, if you don't know, all the games that are like less than $10 will all get added to a bundle. So they'll get added to the N64 as a bundle. I usually do like 5 games in a bundle for the system. So they'll all get added. What is this one? Why is NHL in a big case like this? In fact, you know what? This case is going in the trash. 64-bit Nintendo, Sega. I guess this is a multi-case. We don't need that. But anyway, there's that. NHL. Nothing crazy. Some Sega stuff that's pretty good. We got Charles Barkley. We got NBA Jam. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Is this one complete? That one might be a keeper for me. It is complete with the manual. All right. The manual's written all over, but hey. All right, so there's that. We got Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Like I said, that might be a keeper. We have another Sonic 2. Is that one complete? I think that's one complete as well. Yes, it is. That's that. We got International Soccer. If you don't know, Ghostbusters. Is the manual in there? I don't know. I didn't ask them. Oh, the manual's not in here. The manual's like $40 by itself. So anyway, Ghostbusters. That's like a $60 game, I think. We got Jungle Strike. Oh, there's a bunch of manuals in here. Ooh, uh-oh. Maybe they're in here. Oh man, maybe it's in here. Hold on. We might have manual in here that might go with. In fact, let's hold off on that. Let's see what else we got. We got regular Sonic. Does that have the manual in it? It does. Not for resale version. We got Quarterback Club. Who remembers Quarterback Club? We got Risk. We got WrestleMania Arcade. We got Evander Holyfield Boxing. And another Mortal Kombat 3. Super Street Fighter. So, very nice. Oh, that concludes that box. So, there's that. Is that everything? That's everything there. All right, and that's all packing material that I'm keeping. So that's all good packing material that I'm keeping. I can use that to pack stuff and ship stuff out. Let's see what manuals are in here. Madden. There's the yeah, the manual for wrestling. Let's see. Oh, we got GoldenEye, Breakaway, Wave, Diddy. Oh, where's Diddy? He ain't got Diddy Kong Racing in here. Mario 64. Okay. It'd be nice if the what you call it's in here for Ghostbusters. Oh, this one's kind of, this is the one, this is tore up. This is the manual for Street Fighter, but it's out of its, yeah, it's out of its thing. You got the Jungle Strike manual, and then you got the football manuals for the football game. So anyway, that's a shame that Ghostbusters was not included, but that's okay. And I believe this is all just going to be cordage then, I believe. Let me check this one. I believe this is all going to be cordage. Oh no, that's right. I forgot about this. Oh boy. So we gotta. Oh! More Game Gear manuals. Oh man. No, not anything good, but hey, I mean, well, maybe. Yeah, no, nothing good. Sonic. Okay. All right, we got more manuals over there, so we'll figure that out later. We have, I believe, everything's in here if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So you got, and it does. Okay. I thought it smelled like pee, but I guess it doesn't, which is good. Game Gear, he said it works, fires up. It's got Aladdin in it, so he said it works, fires up. You got the case. You got PGA. You got which all filler games. You got World Series. You got NFL, whatever. Again, all filler stuff. I believe everything on here was mainly filler. Evander Holyfield on here too. Oh, can you hear me? My mic's a little covered, eh? NHL, nothing major. And then Sonic 2. So I think all filler on this. I don't think there was any real keeper or any real like big titles on Game Gear, but you know, you can't go wrong with the Game Gear because I'll end up selling it with the case and everything. The games, all of it, I'll just do it all as a bundle, just like that, with all those games because I don't think there's any major games in there. Then here's the other Game Boy. So there's the other Game Boy. And then also he threw in a camera, which is pretty cool. It's like a $50 camera. So he threw this in with the bundle. It's a Sony. Is it a Sony? I don't know if it's a Sony. It is a Kodak. So it's a Kodak. I think I looked it up already. It's like a $50 camera, I want to say. So he threw that in as well because I was like, hey, also, you know, if you have any cameras laying around, he's like, oh yeah, I got this Kodak. I'll throw in. I was like, okay, cool. That's the battery charger for it, and then again, there's the other Game Boy. So there's that. And I believe this is all just cordage. This is just a big. He's separated it all, which is nice. This is all packing materials that I'm going to use again. So always reuse your packing materials. Controllers for Genesis. That's that. So Genesis stuff. I want to say this is the N64 stuff. So he bagged everything together as far as the power cords and the controllers. Oh, and that stick feels good, actually. That's good. Good deal. So blue controller, legit OEM, original controller. And then this, I'd imagine, is the Super Nintendo. Now, that one is a knockoff, but then this one is a real one. I did notice that. Yeah. So, and he's got the power and everything. So there you go. So there's that. That's the unboxing. I'm in about 375-ish. Let's go ahead and bring this back up. So I'm in about 375. What y'all think? Let me know what you think in the comments. I think it was a pretty good pickup for 375. I think I did pretty good there. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. I'll say that. I got a lot of processing, a lot of stuff. There's a few things I'm going to keep as well. I think I mentioned a few of the things I'm going to be keeping. Um, but yeah, overall, pretty good condition too. And the nice thing about this one is everything works, at least should work, except for the one Game Boy. So that's the good thing with that. So um, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I'm hoping that Sega CD works from the pickup I did last week, and the only way to tell is with that Model 1. So it's nice that I just ironically we came across, we end up doing a deal and he's got the Model 1. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. I think it was a pretty good pickup overall. I want to say Super Nintendo. So we're in about 375. Super Nintendo bundle with games and stuff goes for about 175 for me. Nintendo 64 with I either bundle it with one major game like Mario, or I bundle it with 5 filler games. Typically go for about 110 to 120 for those for me when I bundle them with either or. So 275 or 175, 275 by 2. We'll just call it 275. And then the Game Gear, I can't remember. I want to say I might get, but the bundle with the Game Gear might get $100. So that might be my 375 right there. And then everything else is gravy. So if I keep the Genesis, assuming the Sega CD works, then that's not going to be part of the equation. That means the Game Boys and all the games are cash money basically at that point. So and the camera's like $50. So everything is cash money at that point. So which there's not a ton of games that are like big time. There's a couple like Ghostbusters is like 60, $70 or something like that for Ghostbusters. Of course, your Zeldas, your Mario. I already put the Zelda and the Mario over there. In fact, the Mario. Oh no, that was the not for sale was 64. Yeah, the not for sale Mario, not for retails, not for sale Mario 64. That might be a keeper because I've never come across the not for resale Mario 64. So that one might be a little bit more rare. So, but a lot of sports games, a lot of filler sports games. But again, you got the manuals on certain things, so that that'll help the price on certain games, especially the Genesis games. Having the manuals and complete in the box, those Genesis games typically go pretty good. So yeah, I think that's all I got. Not a crazy flip, but I'd say I'm probably going to double my money. I probably would end up doubling or close to doubling my money. So again, it's when you get collections like this, that's about where you're at, is about doubling yourself up. You're that's at least in my experience, to make it fair for everybody. Obviously when I sell everything off and fees, taxes, and all that stuff, I may see 25% of it at that point, out of the half. That if I can double myself up, so if I can make 375, I'm gonna see about what's half of 375, 170, anyway, about $200, give or take. So it is it's not a ton of work, but it's a good amount of work. But it's also inventory. Having good inventory to get eyeballs in the store and things like that, and keep some fresh inventory with stuff. In the store of getting because I don't have a ton of Sega. I don't have any Sega stuff up right now, I don't think. I just sold that Saturn. That's the only Sega thing I had right now. So it's nice to have some Sega stuff in the store, and then back having some GameCube stuff because I don't have any GameCube stuff up. So and no Game Boys. So that's all I got for you guys. That's the unboxing. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything, about how I process anything, or just any questions about anything regarding that, is my big pile of clothes just sits here. It's the big elephant in the room. Have I ever said I hate clothes? Man, I hate clothes, but they sell, and I pick up good clothes, man. Military stuff and good stuff. But I hate listing clothes. All this stuff will get processed before I touch any of that. That's the way it is. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. And Kurt, if not just Kurt, but everybody else, if you haven't noticed, whenever I get cartridge games, whenever I get cartridge games, there's a big pile right here, four stacks right now of cartridge games. 90% of them are non-filler. What I mean by, in fact, you know what? Let me take this, because I just put this stack in here. So this stack I'm going to take out real quick. So technically now, everything in these piles here is non-filler stuff. What do I mean by that? It's not stuff that I'm going to bundle with a system. I'm not bundling it with a system. This is all stuff that I can sell onesie twosie. So let me just pluck one out just to show you what I mean. Turtles in Time. So if you know anything about, I don't know what this one goes for, $30 or something like that. So I'm not going to bundle this in a bundle. I'm moving. Sorry, my camera's moving. I'm not going to put this in a bundle. I'm going to, well, it says $89.99. I don't know. Maybe it's higher than I think it is. But it's been a while since I've looked any of these up because they just kind of sit here. So let's pick another one. I don't know. Double Dragon on Nintendo. So none of these are going to be filler. Like, they're not like $5 games. These are all, anything I pluck out of here. Of course, I just put Zelda in here. So that's another one. Zelda. Mario. Mario Paint with the mouse. Let's see. Donkey Kong. I mean, anything I pull out of here. Let's go over here. What's this? Mario 2. Mario 2. I mean, it's, how many Donkey Kongs are in here? How many Street Fighters are in here? There's a lot of each one. It keeps going. I mean, these are more. Let's just pluck out a random one. All right, this one might be a $10 game, possibly. Pac-Man, maybe that might be a 10. That might have slipped through the cracks. I can't remember. R-Type, no, Aerial, Air, Anyway, Racketeer. I don't know what that one is. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. All right, there you go. So it's all stuff. Ghouls and Goblins. They're all like 15 and up. I want to say all these are like 15 and up. Zombies Ain't My Neighbors. I mean, you just keep pulling them out. Game Gear. It's like $20. Was it another? Oh, it's another Turtles in Time. Two of them. I got two of them. So stuff like that. What else? Oh, Yoshi's Island. There's two of them sitting here. Two Donkey Kong. Three Donkey Kongs. Mega Man. I mean, it's all stuff. I've already filtered all this stuff, and it's my game. I've never really showed this off, I don't think, but if I've talked about it, my reserve game pile for a rainy day. I mean, let's keep going over here. Let's see what's over here. Let's just take this stack out. What is this stack? Karate Kid, Mario, and Turtles. So I think those are all at least 10 and up. You got what's this other stack? You got what? Final Fantasy, WrestleMania, and another Turtles. What is this stack? You got I don't even know. Platoon, Mario 3, and Zelda, and whatever Asterix, whatever that is. I'd imagine I've gone through them, so I'd imagine it's at least a $10 game. Two more Zeldas, a bunch of Mario 3s, Mega Man 2. There's two Mega Man 2 sitting right here. Two of them sitting over there. Mega Man 2. So there's Chrono Trigger sitting in here. Chrono Trigger. I mean, it's good stuff. I'll just say it's good stuff. It's stuff that I really need to get up. I just kind of that's priority is the stuff I just picked up. This stuff kind of sits. So anyway, I'm sweating because it is hot in here. So then I just did 2 videos back to back, and I'm hot. And I think I'm gonna go take a shower, and I think I'm gonna hit the bed. So enjoy. Oh, and this is since I'm showing it off. I've talked about it. This is my controller pile. So this is all beat up controllers that don't work. They've been tested. They don't work. Wii, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is, it's in here. So it's all stuff that doesn't work. So what I do there, just a little nugget, is once this box is full, I'll list this entire box. Let me stop shaking for you guys. I'll list that entire box. This will be like the 3rd time now that I've done this. Typically a box of broken controllers for parts and repair for all different systems, $150. It depends on how many you got, which kind you got. Even as just parts and repair, you'll be surprised. So that's what I do with my controllers, because you do come across controllers pretty regularly that just don't work. And I do tinker with them. I'll replace the thumb pads and replace the battery. And that's about as far as I'll go. I might replace the cord on like certain controllers, like if they're just plugged into the board, like the Nintendo 64 controllers are just plugged into the board. You can just unplug it and plug another one in. but most of them aren't that way. So most of them I won't really mess with the cords either. But yeah, you can, I do tinker with them a little bit, but not much. So controllers, if they don't work, 9 times out of 10, they go in here because I don't normally mess with them much outside of those couple things. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully you enjoyed the unboxing. Had some good stuff. Again, tell me what you think in the comments. And that's all I got for you guys today. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll see y'all on Monday because I got nothing going on tomorrow. So we'll see you guys on Monday. Later, everybody.